Hey guys, so this is Frosty from Frosty AIRSOFT Reviews doing a new review for you guys today. This is of the Smith & Wesson M&P40, as you can see by the awesome trademarks that I love so much that KWC puts on their guns. This is a CO2, as you can see, non-blowback pistol. And let's get started with the review. So we have our talking points here. POU, FPS, accuracy, durability, metal and plastic parts, track record, hop-up, and ergonomics. So we'll start out with POU, i.e. philosophy of use. Philosophy of use is kind of, basically, it's a fancy way of saying what the hell would I use this for in a time-is-life situation, or in an airsoft situation, obviously, in a I'm going to get shot at and hit with stuff that, you know, kind of hurts. That's basically all it is. I would use this in CQB, or woodland alike. Definitely a sidearm in woodland. It doesn't really matter if you're using it in main or sidearm in CQB because, well, it shoots out to about 80 feet, but we'll get into that later. So, next talking point. FPS, or feet per second. This gun shoots about 350 to 340 FPS on a new CO2 cartridge, mainly because it does not blow-act, therefore it does not expend some of the gases to push the slide back, so you're getting more feet per second and more accuracy because there's no recoil. Personally, I'd rather recoil and realism over accuracy any day of the week. Well, that's not true. I'd rather accuracy, but you get the point. I'd rather both. And you can get both in blowback pistols, i.e. KWA. So next talking point is accuracy. Accuracy, this gun shoots to about 80 feet before you start getting flyers, and then they're just going all over the place, so definitely don't try and take this gun and use it as a sniper. Mount like a stupid little rail on here, like one of those rails that goes to the top, and then put a scope on here. That's not, well, it'll work, but then you'll look through a scope with a pistol, and it's kind of dumb. So, there. Next talking point, durability. The durability is fairly good on this weapon. There's only been one problem so far, and that's the seals, I think, died, because whenever I put in a new CO2 cartridge, everything just sprays out as soon as I put it in. Doesn't matter how hard or how loose I tighten it. I don't know. It's gone through about probably 20 to 30 CO2 cartridges in its lifetime. So post a comment down below if you know what's wrong with it, or if you have a good idea of why it's, you know, what's wrong with it. My friend that I bought this from used to store CO2 in it all the time, so I'm guessing the seal has just died after a while because of the constant pressure from the CO2. Anyways, let's move on. Metal and plastic parts. Well, this isn't, you can buy two versions of it, I'll say it that way. There's this version, which is the clear plastic Canadian legal version. The other one that I'm going to talk about is Canadian legal as well, though. It used to be in Canada that you could only get clear guns because Canadian firearms laws are screwed up, not as much as people claim them to be. After I looked on a whole bunch of sites and read a bunch of the firearms laws, and airsoft is completely screwed up in Canada because you can only own clear guns, and it's stupid, or at least you could. Now you can actually own full black guns. You just need an orange tip, and most people just either hack them off like I've done, or paint them, or put duct tape on them so that they can just use that, and then they can take it off when they're off the field. Personally, when I get my SIG, I'm just gonna spray paint all but a bit of my flash hider black, and then that's all I'm gonna do because it's just easier. And I'm also gonna buy a suppressor for it, so I can always just throw that on when I'm in a game. So, metal durability. Sorry, the durability on this, if I had to rate it, would probably be 8 out of 10, mainly just because the magazine sucks. Smith & Wesson could definitely improve on the magazine, and I do think they should come out with an extended version for this like they have. Came out with a short version for the Sigma, which is their blowback Smith & Wesson gun. Anyways, enough rambling on for that. Metal and plastic parts. This may surprise you at first because I know a lot of people probably don't think this, but all of the internals are metal. All that I can see anyways. I can't see a single internal that's plastic other than the guide rod and the outer barrel. But those are really, okay, and the little red inner barrel hop-up chamber. But, oh well, that really doesn't matter. It should be plastic. So, Now I'm gonna put the magazine in here only for demonstration purposes and because I don't want to have the hammer hit home and take the full force of it. So just gonna try to get the light to kind of show this. You hear that? That's metal hitting metal. The hammer's metal and the loading piece is metal. And one complaint I do have about this while I'm on metal and plastic parts is that KWC really needs to up their game on this, because if you look at it, even when the safety's on, and by the way, I'll get to that soon, but the safety is right here, up for fire, down for safe. But even when the safety's on, you're still getting BBs fed into the chamber. So you're just going to have a whole bunch of BBs rolling out, and then you're going to be left with a BB in the chamber that is easy to push out with an unjamming rod. Okay. Next, oh, and the trigger is metal as well, and the magazine is fully metal as well. So next talking point, we're going on to track record. The track record for the real steel M&P40 is very good in my opinion. It's gotten pretty much nothing but good reviews. There are some bad reviews out there, and I don't mean bad reviews of people doing bad reviews like they suck at reviewing, but people doing bad reviews and bashing the gun. And in all fairness, bashing the gun is good to do if there is something to bash the gun about. I bash this gun about the magazine, but that's just because I've had bad experiences. I'm sure a lot of people have never had a problem and they've owned this gun for years. It all depends on, the situation and the gun. Personally, I'd take a Glock over a Sigma any day, mainly because Glocks have a higher track record in the real steel firearms history, and they've been proven to outlast Sigmas just because Sigmas haven't been around as long. Personally, if I was choosing between a XDM, a SIG P226, a M&P40 or 9, and a Glock 17, I would choose the SIG P226 just because personally I like a steel frame or a metal frame more, but I'm sure SIG will come out with a polymer frame soon. They may already have a polymer frame, sorry guys, I'm not entirely sure. Anyways, the AIRSOFT track record is fairly good as well. There's not too many bad reviews. There's a couple just dumb reviews out there, and there's a couple bad reviews bashing the gun, but bashing it for good reasons. So track record, if I had to rate this on track record, it's probably about a 6 out of 10 just because it hasn't been around as long as it needs to be to get a really good track record. Next is hop up, and I know I haven't been showing these just to show you that I am going down a list of talking points. I'm not randomly hopping around. Hop up. This is a BAXS system or a back system hop-up, and basically what it is normal hop-ups, or at least normal fixed hop-ups, to the best of my knowledge. Basically, they have one rubber nub pushing down on the BB, giving it backspin so that it goes up or down, whatever. And the BAXS system has two, so it makes for a straighter flight. So personally, I'd rather have the back system than either no hop-up, definitely, or it's not a lot of hop-up. Sorry, or just some crappy hop-up. Next is the last talking point on this list, and then we're actually done this review, guys. Coming up to 10 minutes here. Ergos, or ergonomics, i.e. how the gun feels in my hand and how easily I can manipulate it. Well, the gun is a very good fit in my hand. Unlike the real thing, you can't interchange the back straps, which does really suck. And if you can, please tell me, because I need to know how, and buy new back straps, because this one doesn't entirely fit my hand. I'd like a slightly bigger back strap. The ergonomics on this are fairly nice. If I hold the pistol like this, it's very easy. I can go up, fire, 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 turn it, release the magazine, come up with a new one, fire, and do the same thing. It's just very easy. It is a very nice gun to hold. And the laser slash flashlight slash foregrip slash whatever the hell you want rail on the bottom does come in handy if you wanted to mount any other things. Hell, you could even mount a bipod on this, and I've actually seen a video where some guy did, and it's kind of funny. So that about does it for the Smith & Wesson M&P40 by KWC, OEM'd by Cybergun, to the best of my knowledge. So now I say trademarked mainly because, sorry, OEM'd by KWC and trademarked by Cybergun. Screwed that up, sorry. And it has Smith & Wesson. I don't know how you can see this, guys. I'm going to zoom out a bit so that it's not completely stupid. Smith & Wesson, Springfield, MA, USA, or Massachusetts, USA. A Smith & Wesson logo, M&P40. A warning, giant warning. A KWC, made in Taiwan, little etched thing there. A unique serial number. A Smith & Wesson logo on both sides of the grip. And that is all the trademarking that they did, but that's pretty much all that's on the real thing. So, see you guys later. Hope you enjoyed this review. See you guys next time. This is Frosty from Frosty Airsoft Reviews. Have a good day.